The following has been paid for by the Pens World Order. No, I'm not wearing a jersey because it's June and it's hot outside, but Tyler Gauthier is still a Pittsburgh Penguin. Never heard of him? Let's try to change that. This is a Let's Go Pens summer video thing. Like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing more as we get into the silly season, as the Stanley Cup's been handed out. Praise Lord Brandemir and all the memes that it has created. But we're not here to talk about that. Tyler Gauthier, one of the better goalies you've never heard of, is still a Pittsburgh Penguin. As today announced by the Pittsburgh Penguins, he has signed a 1-year contract extension. I believe it is a 1-year, 2-way contract that runs through this season, valued at $850,000. Gauthier, yes, I know what's in the background. Shut up and ignore. Gauthier, 25, has completed his 4th season in the Penguins organization. He has spent the year with the Wheeling Nailers, when 21, 9, and 5 in 36 games with a 2.9 goals against average and a .929 save percentage. That's good. Let's see here. Gauthier ranks 2nd in the ECHL in save percentage at .929 and 3rd in goals against average. If 2nd is .929, I don't want to know what 1st is. In the 2026 Kelly Cup playoffs, this is all from PittsburghPenguins.com. The 6'2", 209 goaltender went 9-8, 223 goals against average with a .922 save percentage, helping the Nailers reach the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2016, where they ran into a buzzsaw named the Florida Everblades. Yes, the Florida Everblades, who have won their 4th Kelly Cup in 5 years. Yeah. 4 seasons in the ECHL from 22 to 26, Gauthier played 124 games with a 71, 42, and 9 record, 226 goals against average, and a 229 save percentage with 10 shutouts. In the 23-24 season, he was named ECHL Goaltender of the Year and first All-Star team, while posting the league's best .923 save percentage in the regular season. In the American Hockey League, with Wilkes-Barre, he is 10, 5, and 7 with 25 career games, 227 goals against average, and a .908 save percentage with 2 shutouts. A Calgary, Alberta native, has played in the Hlinka Gretzky Cup and got silver in World Juniors in 2021. He was originally signed by the Pens on March 1st, 2022. Okay, so that's a lot. That's a lot for everyone. So for a lot of Pittsburgh Penguins fans, if you just follow Pittsburgh, you're not going to know this guy. This guy, to you, he's a nobody. He's a nobody. You don't know him. But to those who have followed the Penguins organization, especially those who follow a certain team in West Virginia, you know of Tyler Gauthier. Tyler Gauthier has been the steady, stalwart goaltender for the Wheeling Nailers for quite some time. Like it said in the press release, for the past 4 years, he's been a top 5 goalie in the league, and it's just been an absolute steady hand. When they've needed a call-up in Wilkes-Barre, he's usually the first guy to go up. And definitely one that those who followed the Baby Pens and the Nailers know that name. The problem is that this is a guy that, again, outside of the organization, you're not going to know of. The top 2 goaltenders in the Penguins organization right now is Anteri Shilovs and Sergei Miroshov. That's it. When Wilkes-Barre got eliminated this past year in the Calder Cup semifinals, Conference Finals. Everybody knew it's Miroshiv's last game. He's going to Pittsburgh. And third, right behind him, is technically Joel Blomqvist. I know. Don't judge me. The next one is Taylor Gauthier. And I know some of you will look at this and go, well, if he's so good, why hasn't he been called up? Them's the breaks. It is hard to get called up between the ECHL and the American Hockey League. All right? This team here, I've seen guys go from the ECHL to the American Hockey League. All right? I've seen it with Wheeling and Wilkes-Barre. But to make that jump from the AHL to the NHL is hard. There are goaltenders who rot in the minors, who will do amazing in places like Wheeling, Jacksonville, Kansas City, Indianapolis. I could go on. And then they go to the American Hockey League, and they could be fine. They could carve out names for themselves and develop as goaltenders in the American Hockey League. And then they get to the NHL, and they're already 26, 27, 28. Nobody's going to have use for them. Sorry, that's unfortunately how the system can work. And unfortunately, you'll see guys that'll do great in the American, in the A, and barely make a blip in the NHL. Taylor Gauthier re-signing with Pittsburgh at age 25 shows the organization does value him. And they could very easily let him go. They could say, all right, fine. We got Shilovs, we got Miroshov, we got Joel Blomqvist, we got another kid named D'Angel out there. Yeah, go ahead. You made a living in Wheeling. You know, who are you? You made a living in Wheeling. Go away. But instead, they sign him. They keep him around, even though they've got Gabriel D'Angel, Philippe Lindbergh, and Joel Blomqvist, the last two being restricted free agents and are probably going to walk anyway. You are saying, we're going to invest in you, even though you're 25. And you could keep him there also as in case bleep happens. God forbid something happens to Miroshov or Shilovs, ACL, Hammy gets blown out. Then, got to go to the bullpen. There's Taylor Gauthier, a guy, even while in the ECHL, has a lot of mileage, big-time scenarios, and is a guy that'll go, yeah, I'll come in out of the pen for a few games. So, yeah, he's not Miroshov. He's not a guy like Shilovs who just came in out of nowhere and has now made it. Yes, he made the jump from the AHL to another team to the NHL. And with Taylor Gauthier, you have a chance to do that again. And it's a nice problem to have. That could be 3 decent goaltenders you have now. So it's a good signing. It locks up depth for your farm system because goalies never get injured. You have goaltending depth. And more importantly, you have young goaltending depth. Ones that are not coming over from Russia. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Not ones that have spent 3 years in the WHL and will now come over here and have to spend a season getting lit up, which tends to happen. You have a guy who's 25, who's going to be hitting his prime, and who knows? Brandon Bussey was a journeyman, and at 27, he's a Stanley Cup champion. Taylor Gauthier is 2 years younger than him. It could work. We could call it the Bussey butterfly effect. Wait, I probably shouldn't. Wait, that doesn't sound... Anyway, that'll do it for this one. For this video, thank you, Kyle Dubas, for making this signing and giving me some work. Another video to do. Like and subscribe to the channel. We'll have more as we hit the draft and the free agency hurricane coming at the end of the month. Let's go, Pens. Catch you next time.